Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we continue. Today we have a new problem. Problem number 3: longest substring without repeating characters. Let's see if the problem is still quite famous. Oh, this problem is really famous. It's been asked by Amazon 35 times. I don't know what this company is. Bloomberg, Apple, Adobe, TikTok, Google, Microsoft. Oh, this problem is really famous. Okay. So the problem goes like that. Given a string S, find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. Okay, so let's see. So let's take this example at the beginning. So we have this string and the first substring without repeating, I guess it will be the ABC, and we return the length of it. So it's a 3 because as I said, it's ABC. For this one, I guess all of them B, so the longest substring, it will be 1 because it will be B. So we return B and that's it. Also, we will create, we have this one also, I guess the substring, it will be key Q, like key WE, so or WQY. This one, it's 3 also. So the answer, it will be 3 here as well. There are 3 solutions come to my mind to solve this problem, and I will try to go first to the first solution, which will be the brute force. We will use a brute force. We try basically to loop for each character, and after, like, let's have the pin. Where is the pin? Yeah. So basically we try to loop for each character, and after looping in each character, we try to compare each character with all the rest characters and find the longest substring without repeating for this character, and compare it with, like, we create a variable called res, and we will store this in this res the length of the substring. So we compare the length of each character of each substring character to the length to the res value, and if the length of the substring character is bigger than the length, we update the res. Otherwise, we don't do nothing. We do nothing. So let's see how we do it. The good thing about this problem, it's easy to understand this solution. However, it's not the best thing, because I guess it will be O of n or of square. I don't know, but let's see. Okay, so first let's create some variables to help us. So I'll create a variable called n, which will be is.length, and I will create the const res, which will be the length of the substring, and we, as always, we return this res. Okay. We do here a for loop. Let me go like that. We'll do here a for loop, and I will say let I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and I will make another for loop for let j equals 1. Okay. No, j equals I, sorry, not 1. J equals I. J also less than n, and j plus plus. And we could do if. Okay, so before I continue here, I guess we should create a function that check for the repeat. So, like, we could create a function like call it check repetition. Let's call it repetition and make this R big, and it will have s and start and end. and we will create like I'll create a set. Basically, a set is, you can think of the set as an array, but it's unique. Like we can't have more than one. More than one element. It will be new set. Okay. And I'll create a for loop here. That will be let I equals start. Okay. And I, it will be less than or equal int, and I plus plus. And I will in this one here, we try to have our start, we have our end. Basically, the thing that it will be start of end, it will be G and I. It will be like that. The start of G, and I guess the I, it will be the start, J it will be the end. Things like that. Because I can see, I as I said, first we start with character, and after that we compare this character with all the other characters. So J will be responsible to move the pointer to all the other characters to compare them with this character. So we have I and J, and I will say, okay, for I will say const the character will equals, oh, let's make it C, because char only it will, we could like miss it with is the char at I, and I will see if the char dot has C. If that was possible, that means we have a duplication, so we return false. So basically what I'm saying, if between the start and end there is no substring without repeating characters. Okay, so otherwise I will add the chars dot add C. Okay, chars dot add C, and if nothing happen, I will return true. So here I will just do if statement, if check, let's copy this, if check repetition from, I put the res, and I will put J, I will put what res, I'll put S and I and J. If that was right, res will equals math dot max whatever we have in res. And okay, so right now we have that, right now let's say that we have like I it's 0, and we start to continue, I is 0, and let's say that right now J is 2. So I want to know what is the length of this substring based on knowing the first index and the last index. So the way to know to know like that is that to put the int, which is J, and take from it I and add to it 1. So I'm saying right now here, if res, if res, first we check repetition. If the string between I and J is not, it's a unique, it has no, it's this substring is without repeating characters. If that is true, make sure that the rest will equals the let's make it let, because we can make it const. So the rest will equals the biggest between these two values, the original res and the new length of the substring without characters. Let's run and let's see if it will work or not. So it did work, but I guess if I submit it, it will not work because it's I guess it's off in the power of 3. So I guess it will not work. Let's try. I guess I will get limited exceeded. I believe I will get limited exceeded. But yeah, I'm getting limited exceeded. Definitely. Judging. They judging me. Okay, limited exceeded. Okay, that's okay. So let's just go through this problem again. So the length of the longest substring function takes a string s as an input, and aims to find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. It initialize a variable. We initialize a variable called res to 0, which will store the maximum length found so far. It then iterates through all possible substrings of S with using 2 nested loops, where I represent the starting index of the substring, and J here representing the ending index of the substring. For each substring, it calls function called check reputation to determine if there are any repeating characters within the substring. If there are no repeating characters, the check reputation function returns true and calculates the length of the substring, which is this, and update the res variable with the maximum length found so far using math.max. Finally, the function returns the value of res, which represents the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. The check repetition function takes a substring of s defined by the start and the end. We have the s and the substring that will be defined by the start and the end indices, and check for character repetition using a set called chars. Basically, it iterates through the substring characters and adds each character to the chars set. If a character is already in the set, it means there is a repetition, and the function returns false. Otherwise, it continues to add characters to the set. If the entire substring is processed without finding any repetitions, the function returns true, indicating that there are no repeating characters in the substring. There is something that I want to do, because I want to make sure that if I am pronouncing the repetitions right or not. Let's put here, it will be in German. English, please. And let's see.
Repetitions.
Yeah, repetitions, not repetitions. Repetitions. Okay. And basically, that's it. The full thing. It's the time complexity is often on the power of 3, because we loop 1, we loop 2, and here we loop 3. So it's a power of 3. It's not the best solution, but however, we would try in the coming videos to improve our solutions better and better. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will never miss a video, and see you in future problems.